important rally. And the kind of excuses they are giving us is that the president is in Mombasa. I mean, how ridiculous can that be? I mean, so if the president is in Mombasa, we cannot have a meeting in Tononoka? I mean, surely. So, I mean, these kind of excuses are really ridiculous. Our competitors must understand that it is too late for them to do anything about this election. It is too late, simply too late. It doesn't matter how many opinion polls they do. They can do it every hour if they wish. It doesn't matter how much they try and orchestrate conflict in Kenya. We are very confident the people of Kenya have said no to violence. They have said no to conflict. And we trust the people of Kenya to keep the faith and get to the 9th and determine the future of our country. It doesn't matter how many places they lock us out of. As you are aware, we have paid for Nyayo Stadium on Saturday. We have a contract already signed between us and Nyayo Stadium. They tried to manipulate that contract. The court has said we should have the meeting in Nyayo Stadium. We are preparing to have the meeting in Nyayo Stadium. And if they lock us out of Nyayo Stadium, we will still have a meeting at Nyayo Stadium. The same way we had a meeting in Bombshell Stadium, on the road, wherever. But we're going to have the meeting anyway, because the die is cast. The people of Kenya have made a choice. And the panic we see in Azimio will not help them. All we are asking His Excellency the President, with tremendous respect, is not to allow the country to face unnecessary conflict because the Azimio project has collapsed. It has collapsed, and there is nothing he can do about it. So, we are asking the country to be calm. Despite the games, despite the orchestrated situations around the country, we want to ask Kenyans to be calm. We want to ask Kenya that 9th is just 4 days away. Nobody should be incited against their brothers. We are asking every citizen to know that it is their democratic duty, their democratic right to vote for candidates of their choice, not candidates that are manipulated or candidates that have been forced on them by all manner of forces. We are asking our competitors to be decent. We are asking our competitors to understand that this is democracy and they cannot reverse the will of the people. I have absolute confidence that the IEBC, left alone, will carry out its responsibility in accordance with the Constitution and midwife the next administration. As that is going on, I equally want to ask the CEO of Kenya Power, Mr. Muli, and the CEO of Communication Authority, Mr. Chiloba, to exercise the responsibilities of their offices in accordance with the law. Kenyans do not want to see what happened during the presidential debate, where huge sections of Kenya were subjected to a blackout. they must never be, or they must never be part of any scheme. And I'm talking about Muli and Chiloba. They must never be part of any scheme to switch off either electricity or the internet anywhere in Kenya. It is against the law, it's against the constitution, it is an act of sabotage, and it is an act that undermines the will of the people of Kenya. Kenyans don't want to vote in the dark. Kenyans don't want this election to be held in darkness or in gray areas or in dark corners. Kenyans want a free, fair, and transparent election. Kenyans want to know what is going on. They want the internet to work. They want lights to be on, so that's the only way we can guarantee a free, fair, and democratic election. We have chosen to make this statement in this manner because we believe that the issues are weighty, and we do not expect any public official to engage in the kind of things that we are currently seeing. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you very much for your time, for coming to this press conference. I can take maybe one or two questions just for clarity on the matters that I have raised.
You've spoken about the president in a full meeting. Did he give any instructions in that meeting, and what were the instructions?
My name is Ruto from KTNs. There's a follow-up on this question. Where is this value about being done? And number two, the court today ruled that the IBC reviews the manual register together with the digital register. What will be your reaction?
Your Excellency, my name is Swahili from Inoro TV. When you talk with the leaders from the areas you mentioned, what is the ripple effect? Is there attention building up as some of the people in the administration say?
I think the president knows very well what he told the people in the meetings he held. And in all these meetings, I mean, even as you talk to 3, 4, 5, 10, 15 people, there are people who don't believe in the kind of schemes that are being carried out, whether they are in these meetings of chiefs. Many chiefs are reporting to us that they will not do what they are being asked to do, that they will not engage in voter bribery, that they will not engage in the kind of exercises that they are being asked to do. When you talk about where is this happening, unless you don't live in Kenya, I mean, you've seen where the leaflets are. You know, that is a matter of not me to tell you, but those are matters that are very clear. When you listen to some of the leaders I have mentioned, they are very clear about what they are talking about. And these are leaders that are being hosted all the time by state officials, which means whatever they are doing it with a tacit approval of state officials, who should be doing the opposite of what these people are saying. And on matters to do with IEBC is an independent body. So they will carry out their responsibilities and their duties in accordance with the Constitution and directions from the court and other institutions that have the capacity to tell them what to do. So whatever the IEBC, whatever the court has said the IEBC will deal with it, because I don't work at the IEBC. I think the men and women there have the capacity to deal with the issues around elections and whatever the courts say and whatever other institutions say.
Thank you.
Finally,
I mean, that's about the report effect. What are the leaders telling you is happening out of all the actions?
let us not speculate on any matter. I think I was raising these issues so that I bring the attention of the country and the international community, so that we can all be vigilant and make sure that nothing untoward happens in Kenya. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana.